What's good, YouTube? Steph here, and welcome to Theta Space. Today I'm going to be watching Scott Lade of the Prog Corner and his video 15 Bands That I Hate. Alright, I haven't watched this video because this is a reaction. It's 12 and a half minutes, and it's a couple of days old as I record this. But I did read the description just to get an idea of what I'm in for here. He mentions that he says, hate is a strong word, so this is 15 bands that I strongly dislike, and one of them is even a prog band. Okay, so most of these are going to be not prog bands. For myself, I can't really make much of a list of bands that I hate or even strongly dislike. There's a lot of classic rock bands that I'm quite indifferent to, or that I'm over, like Led Zeppelin. I'm done with Led Zeppelin. I mean, I acknowledge their importance in the history of rock music, but I just honestly do not care if I never hear their music again. Rolling Stones, I never really got the appeal of. They just seemed like a glorified bar band to me. Bruce Springsteen, I never got the appeal of Bruce Springsteen. He's nothing to me. I suppose there's one popular rock band that everyone seems to love that I just cannot stand. Van Halen. I never liked Van Halen. I'm not impressed by Eddie. He's all chops and no soul. And David Lee Roth is an absolute pillock. And I don't think they improved any when Sammy Hagar took over either. So Van Halen is college frat boy rock. It's like music for date rapists. There, I said it. But apart from that, yeah, I don't really have... there's plenty of music I'm indifferent to, groups I'm indifferent to, that I don't care whether I hear them or not. But nothing that I actually actively dislike, except for, like I said, maybe Van Halen. Oh, Jason Derulo, I think, in that Wiggle, Wiggle, Wiggle song. I despise that one, but fortunately I haven't heard it in years. It helps that I really don't listen to terrestrial radio at all either. Usually just when I'm driving in the car with Nancy, and I haven't heard that one in a really long time, so there's that at least. All right. So, with that preamble out of the way, let's go ahead and hear what Mr. Lade has to say. Play.
Greetings, salutations, respect, and love. I am Scott, and you are in the Prog Corner, where today we're going to be talking about a batch of decidedly unprog bands, because the topic here today is 15 bands that I don't like. Maybe I hate, maybe that's too strong a word. I don't really hate any music, to be quite honest with you. All music is great as far as I'm concerned. There's just certain kinds of music I prefer, right? Anyway, I've been going through all these lists, like the most hated, most despised bands of all time, and yeah, I do agree with a lot of these lists. A lot of the bands I'm going to talk about in this episode make all those lists, but there's a few that make all the lists that I actually disagree with, that I actually really enjoy. First of all is Kiss. Get over it, man. If you don't like Kiss, you obviously don't understand the genius marketing of Gene Simmons. This guy was thinking about merchandising decades before anybody else even thought about it.
Yeah,
it's genius thing.
It doesn't make their music
good.
Some
of the songs aren't that bad. I kind of like them. U2 makes these lists all the time, and I get it. They're a huge band. Bono's got a big mouth, so a lot of people don't like him, but I'm a big fan of The Edge. I met them on the October tour. They were touring with Jay Giles. They were actually really, really cool guys. So
I went to the Zoo TV tour with my girlfriend at the time, who was a huge...
Radiohead makes a lot of people's lists.
Huge U2 fan.
Again, I kind of understand it. They're a big band, and critics make a big deal about them, so, they're an easy paper tiger to take down, but Radiohead are awesome. Leave them alone.
I'm not qualified to have
these lists a lot
I'm
of
not qualified to
times.
have an opinion on Radiohead.
This is a band that invented their own sound. I mean, it's a Korn song within 2 seconds of it starting. That's an accomplishment in my book.
Metal with Cookie Monster vocals, that's music I don't much care for.
You guys set me right. Pointing me in the direction of some really good Fish material. Grateful Dead. I don't really care for them, but Terrapin Station, man, forget about it. And finally, Creed. Everybody wants to hate on
everyone
Creed,
hates,
and I'm telling
hates
you, man,
on Creed.
Somebody bought their records. 500 million.
My brother did.
Can't be wrong.
My brother bought at least their first two.
Amazing. and I'm here to tell you that that guitar riff in Higher is one of the best guitar riffs I've ever heard and made them famous. So leave them alone. They're back and they're selling out. Obviously, people like them. They don't want to admit it, though. Anyway, here are the 15 bands that I just don't dig. Hey, one of them is even going to be a prog band, right?
Okay.
I think if you watch this show, you know which prog band it is. Anyway, at number 15, I've got the Dave Matthews Band. Just a no for me. I don't get it. I don't understand it. A lot of people whose opinions I actually do respect love them. So I have given them ample opportunity to try to change my mind. I've listened to their music for years, and I just don't get it. He's a better actor. I actually saw him on an episode of House. He was real good. He should stick with the acting stuff, man. At number 14, Def Leppard, man. I don't hate him. I pour some sugar on me.
Same.
Armageddon it. Come on, it's just
I like Deerhoof's cover of "Pour Some Sugar on Me," but yeah, I never. Def Leppard is one that I've never much cared for. They're just
apparently back in 1980,
slick commercial.
Capitol Records was told you can sign one band, and he had two. He was thinking about signing Def Leppard. He was thinking about signing Iron Maiden. He went with Iron Maiden, but honestly, commercially, either way, was probably the right choice. At number 13, for the bands that I hate, it's Mumford and Sons. Put those banjos away, guys. It's ridiculous. This fake Americana makes me sick. I don't like these guys at all. If there's one band
I wasn't a fan.
The word hate comes close, it might be Mumford and Sons. Just something about them, their vibe, their music just kind of makes my skin crawl. Don't like it. Don't even want to talk about it.
I haven't heard them in years.
12. Yeah, I was going to put the White Stripes here, and then I remembered, hey, I actually saw them live and Jack with Dynamite. Yeah, whatever, on drums, forget about that.
I'd still like to see a Jack Black and Jack White collab.
Awful, but Jack was a great showman, put on a great show, so I'm going with the Black Keys instead, because they want to be the White Stripes. They just don't write as good as songs. These guys are terrible. They've all both branched out into producing other people's music. And
I heard 2 or 3 of their songs some years back, and I didn't much care for them.
The only prog band on my list.
Okay, here we go. Which one is it? Shadow Gallery?
I just don't understand them, and that is why I don't like their music. It's
Magma. I still haven't heard any Magma.
Christian, just such a... He is a genius. He invented his own language. He invented his own subgenre. I mean, I give the guy his roses, but I don't like the music.
I have to listen to Magma at some point.
And it's just too much for my little brain to handle, man. At number 10, oh yeah, the one that tops a whole lot of lists. It's Nickelback, the Canadian Nightmares. Their music is absolutely terrible.
Fred Savage said in one of the Once Upon a Dead Fool trailers, spoke passionately in their defense. Well, I don't know about passionately, but he made a fair case for them. I'm not a fan.
Number 9, it's Fred Durst and his awful group Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, F them.
Are just terrible. I remember when they first started out, I saw them down in South Florida, and they were just ripping off a bunch of other bands. There's a dude in a band called the Mary Tyler Whores who claims that the whole Fred Durst shtick was stolen from him. I believe him. At number 8, it's Oasis. This is a band that wrote a couple of good songs, but somehow they thought, they were as good as the Beatles or something. They're absolutely not.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of their songs.
All the back and forth between the brothers. Oh, we're fighting. We don't get along. It's just ridiculous. Nobody cares. Go away. At number 7. If there's somebody more annoying in the music business than Chris Martin, please let me know. It's Coldplay, absolutely deserving to be on this list.
I recorded a cover of Clocks once just for nothing better to do. I think it might even be on my channel.
They're a terrible band. I hate them. Yeah, that's a band that the word hate comes close to. I just don't like them at all. Never have.
Yeah,
never
I'm
will.
not a
Number
fan.
6. Here's a band that actually liked their first 2 albums. They came out the gate pretty good. It's Foo Fighters, man. I really like the first Dave Grohl solo album, which was the first Foo Fighters album. That was dynamite. The second album he brings
not a fan. Don't hate him, but
people actually creates a real band and whatnot, and it just went downhill from there. It got worse and worse with each subsequent album as Dave Grohl started feeling himself and started acting like he was the biggest rock star oh, wait a second, he is the biggest rock star in the world. I don't have to like it, though. At number 5, Insane Clown Posse. No. just
I really
my
haven't
God,
heard
I'm
anything but
sugar
Miracles,
watching
but, you know,
this
F that
episode,
song.
and if
F
you
them for
are,
that one.
get better taste in music, because that's just awful stuff, man. I met a guy
You know,
in Bermuda.
if you're
He
gonna
was an absolute
have
and
a
he'd
track
go to
about
the
how,
beach and
like,
be
you
like
hate
100 degrees
scientists and
out.
you
He's
think they're
wearing
all
his
liars,
clown
then you
makeup,
can go
just
get bent.
ridiculous. I don't know what I despise more, the band or their fans. Four.
Yeah.
It's Maroon 5. Is this even a band? What a joke, man.
Yeah, Shale Riley, I think, on Facebook, when he was still on Facebook, said, the only thing I don't like about the Insane Clown Posse are their fans. Yeah, like I said, I've only heard Miracles, but on the basis of that, F them.
And Adam Levine and his foolish band of brothers. They started out kind of like a rock band, and now they're
I like This
anything
Love.
But it's just the Adam Levine show, singing as high as he possibly can, and that super annoying falsetto of his. Stick to acting, Adam Levine. You actually weren't bad in American Horror Show or whatever that movie, American Horror Story, or whatever that thing's called, The Murder House. You were in that. You were good. You get your arm cut off. I enjoyed that part. At number 3.
No, I've never watched American Horror Story.
People love, but I just, my dad loves this band. Everybody loves this band. It's Eagles. I just can't wrap my head around it. I love the harmonies. These guys are great musicians.
I like the Eagles, okay.
But I just don't enjoy country
I'm not a
music.
huge
and
fan.
whenever I say that, people are like, they're not country. They most certainly are, man. That sounds like country to me. Joe Walsh couldn't even save the band. Hotel California is certainly their best album. But, nothing I put on the turntable too often, that's for sure. Just don't get it. Just don't like it. And the boys in the Eagles got my boy Chris Squire hooked on cocaine. So bad on
Did
you,
they?
bad boys in the Eagles at number 2. Bands I just don't like.
I was not aware of that.
It's Guns N' Roses, man. I don't dig them. Never have. I didn't understand what all the noise was about. In the 80s, all the
Appetite for Destruction's mostly a good album, but lyrically, it's weak from start to finish. It's, I mean, the guitar work, particularly from Slash, is quite good. Yes, his voice is interesting, and Slash is a great player, but the lyrics are just so lame.
I just never could get into them. Never could. I don't know why. I just don't like those records, and I like them so little. I think
they could have
Chinese
used a better
Democracy is their best
lyricist.
album. Anyway.
Okay, who's on top here?
Number 1 spot. You're not gonna guess this one. This one makes nobody's list. This is
Okay.
a personal thing.
Hit me.
Personal vendetta I've always had against Creedence Clearwater Revival. I just don't like that swampy, horrible music. I don't like.
I've never been a fan.
I don't like his attitude at all. I think he's a jerk. The songs aren't nearly as good for you to be acting the way you.
I don't know anything about Fogerty personally, but yeah, their music never really appealed to me.
Will. That's the list right there, boys and girls. The 15 bands that I don't really care for, and I think it's. It's a negative thing. I don't like to go all negative, but I think it's important when you're trying to, break down where somebody's head's at. You need to know not only the stuff that they really, really enjoy, but the stuff maybe they don't like all that much to give you a well-rounded picture of my headspace and the music that I like. And, that's just the way it goes, man. You're not going to like everything, and that's fine. I don't want to dog any of these bands. They're doing it. They're making money, or they were if they're still together. So I always respect that, but, we can't like everything, and there you go. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to be doing something different. I'm going to be looking at the YouTube channels that you guys enjoy, your top YouTube channels, based on my analytics. So we're going to break down my YouTube analytics a little bit and dig into, what YouTube channels you guys are watching. And then on Wednesday, I'm planning on doing an episode about the most overrated album of all time.
Yeah, I just watched that one earlier today.
Yeah, it's clickbait we hear on the Prog Corner, absolutely. We're not doing any rankings. We're not doing any reviews. We're just doing clickbaity stuff, and we're going to have a good time with it. Anyway, fools, don't forget on Friday, noon, Eastern Time on Prog Radio, it's a Prog Corner playlist where Kevin plays all the music that I've talked about all week on the YouTube channel, but I'm too afraid to play because I don't want to get copyright strikes, and I don't want my channel to get deleted, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, the Sunday Prog Stream. Every Sunday we do it at 1 p.m. Eastern, and we got a really good one for you this Sunday, boys and girls. We're going to be looking at the top 10 Pink Floyd tracks. So that's the itinerary. That's the agenda. It's going to be a great week here on the Prog Corner. I love you guys. Peace in the Middle East. Don't forget to hit that like button if you like this video, and always hit that subscribe button because we're getting so close to 10,000 subs. So thank you for that. Anyway, peace in the Middle East. God save Tibet, and the king needs some saving too. That boy absolutely could use some saving. Yes,
nothing to me.
He needs your saving. He needs your thoughts and prayers right now. That boy's got the cancer. Oh no, here we go. I'm getting all crazy about it. I can't believe it. The House of Windsor needs your thoughts and prayers. That boy needs your help. Anyway, I'll see you punks tomorrow. Love you guys. Peace.
All right, peace out. All right, well, what do you say to that? I already front loaded with the bands I don't like, so I guess that's all I got for here. I said there's nothing I really hate, but as far as his list, yeah, F Limp Bizkit and F Insane Clown Posse. Anyway, I guess that's it. I'll be back on Wednesday with ranking or a review or something. I haven't planned that far ahead, and Saturday with another reaction. That's the plan anyway. That's it. Steph out. Peace.